Shalom, shalom. Let me just check and see if everything is situated. Mm, see if it's situated. Oh yeah. Okay. We good. We good. Shalom to the brothers and sisters that's gonna be in the chat. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Just gotta make sure everything is good on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Mm, okay. Let me get what do I need? I need that. So shalom, Israel. Shalom. I don't know why my phone doing that right now. Okay, that. So shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the Most High God and Yahweh Shai, who the world he calls Jesus the Christ. Um, and I want to give double honors where honor is due to the elders, to the apostles, the captains, the soldiers, the deacons, and great millstone. Starting with Elder Tahara down, that been ruling well through the Spirit, bringing forth 100% the Most High's doctrine to the best of their ability. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered, four corners of the earth, whoever you may be, in different congregations and outside the congregation. Lord willing, the Most High have you enduring in this ministry, right? And for the wives and the single sisters that's playing their role, Lord willing, you can continue to do, um, continue to, play your position as a loving silent wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that is not in this truth. So this lesson is really inspired by. I'm gonna even show you. I'm gonna show you where this lesson is actually inspired by. Right. I gotta go to my history. Where is the video? Okay. The brothers from Great Millstone in L.A. I'm gonna say the page GMS Inspiration and Motivation. The title of their video was called "Your Riches Shall Be to Naught." This video right here, brothers was really getting in there, man. They was getting in there. And I got news articles too, that I shared to myself, and that's on End Time Headlines. Let me see. You got the one drink that they was mainly talking about. I'm gonna get an article right now, just so you could show it, so you could see it, not show it, Salaki. It says Nigeria restricts ATM withdrawals to $45 per day and push to digital currency, man. $45 a day? Man, what you getting with $45 a day? The sound is muffling. Wait, hold on, let me check. I don't know what. Hold on, I guess it's a sound difficulties. Let me check. Can y'all hear? Hold on, I guess it's a sound difficulties. Hold on. I'm gonna. Can y'all hear? Hold on, I guess it's a sound difficulties. Hold on. I'm gonna. Tell me, can y'all hear now? Can y'all hear now? Can y'all hear? Hold on, I guess it's a sound difficulties. Hold on. Tell me, can y'all hear now? Can y'all hear now? Maybe it's clear now. Hmm. Oh, y'all can hear it? Okay. Cool. So I'm about to go to the end time headlines, just so we can get another article that goes into it, right? You got another one. I'm gonna just show it on the screen. Let me click it. Come on. I'm gonna just read it because it's acting really. My phone is acting funny. It says major Australian banks to end cash withdrawals from its branches as it ends of paper note looms. Right. Australia Bank is trying to end cash withdrawals. Right. Let's see if we got another one. I want to just make sure I say the articles so that when I'm bringing out these precepts, you can understand the dollar is about to collapse. So if you a drug dealer, you better get your shit in order. Look, it's another one. Financial researchers are worried that nearly 200 banks are now at risk of men catch 22, right? And this it says this was yesterday, March 29th. I might not be able to see it, but you can see that I'm reading the article, right? You got another one. It says US money supply is falling at the fastest rate since 1930, since the 1930s. They just said this yesterday, March 29th, 2023. US money supply is falling at its fastest rate since 1930s. A red flag for the economy and financial markets. Money supply has now been shrinking year on year since December. Unprecedented development in modern times that should make investors sit up and take notice. Growth, asset prices, and inflation could all weaken, right? And I'm gonna show you what I'm reading, right? Um, I can, and I got old articles too. They say, look, J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan. He's back in the day, he was a founder of central banking, just like the Rothschild. But JP Morgan is now testing palm and face recognition technology in the US. I was talking about this in my video yesterday. So, Salaki, I'm under the weather. Um, Dealing with canceling the dollar is going to usher in a new way of payment, right? And this is why we should definitely be watching out for this, right? So I'm gonna get into some precepts, right? And if I get another notification of more about money, because I keep hearing more, look, you got Panera is rolling out Amazon's Pay with Palm technology. A lot of people are about to go to physical payment plans, right? I'm about to go to Proverbs chapter 8. Um, Proverbs chapter 8, verse 10 to 11. And I'm going to read both translation KJV. Wait. Um, I'm gonna read through the KJV. Dang, they trying to do me dirty. I'll read the CSB then, since I can't get the other one. So Proverbs chapter 8, verse 10 to 11. It says, receive my instructions and not silver, and knowledge rather than chosen gold. Accept my instruction instead of silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. The Lord's knowledge is better than the money that we receive here. Let alone America is going to transfer itself into going back into gold. The gold dollar is going to be is going to go back into what we used to do back in the day. If you was to read scriptures, you would see that a lot of our brothers and sisters was using uh, 30 shackles. Look, I even show you. I'll show you. You know what? I'm gonna go to Joshua chapter 7. When you go to Joshua chapter 7, verse 11, right? I'm gonna just start there, and then we gonna make our way down, right? So verse 11, it reads, Israel has sinned and broken my covenant. They have stolen some of the things which I had commanded must be set apart from me. And they have not only stolen them, but have lied about it and hidden the things among their own belongings. That is why the Israelites are running from their enemies in defeat. For now, Israel itself has been a part. Israel has been set apart for destruction. I'm gonna drop down because I really want to go to the actual point. Um, where is it? Okay, I gotta change the translation. So right here, this is Joshua chapter 7, verse 21, just to the point. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonian garment, because Akan had stolen a Babylonian garment when we went into Jericho, and 200 shackles of silver and a wedge of gold of 50 shackles. So back then we were moving with gold and silver. America's going to go to a digital currency, but let alone gold is going to go back into, we're going to go back into a time of using gold more often, right? Just like in the brother's video, from inspiration to motivation, they was telling you like gold is going to be back into its value. You know what I'm saying? But when we read in Proverbs, you can go back to Proverbs chapter 8. Uh, 10 and 11, choose my instructions rather than silver, and rather and knowledge rather than pure gold, for wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare to it. The knowledge that the Most High put in these scriptures is going to help us prepare to what's to come. Like I'm always saying, detach yourself from things of this world, let alone detach yourself from money. There's a lot of men and women that love hustling, making money, flipping, getting a dollar, right? You got some people that will cut you off. If I've been around people that, man, if you ain't selling drugs, man, I ain't trying to deal with you, man. You a simp, you a basic nigga, man, right? And I can't wait till the dollar collapse, because what you drug dealers is gonna do. And it's a lot of people that think we crazy out here, but it's scripture wise, man, right? The Lord don't give a damn about that gold and that silver, right? We're gonna go to Proverbs 23, verse 5. And it reads, wilt thou set thy eye upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings, and they fly away as an eagle towards the heaven. Man, it say in the NLT, in the blink of an eye, wealth disappears. For it will sprout wings and fly away like an eagle. What, man? Wealth is gonna disappear, man. Right? It's not gonna even be a matter of who's rich, because when the destruction is on its way in this place, money ain't gonna get us in the kingdom. Right? Money is not gonna bring Yahweh Shai here faster. Right? Esau has the powers that be above, right, which is in the hands of the Edomites. They're trying to come into a new wave, which is their new world order. That new world order is that digital currency, a change. America been moving in a certain way that they want. Guess what? Now it's a new way, and it's going to be another way of control. They're going to control how much money you spend, and guess what? If you owe something, they're going to take it. You somewhat have privacy in your money, but you really don't. But they're going to have more control. You already see in Nigeria, they're making people, you can only use $45 per day. What you getting with that? Right? Let's get Proverbs 24, verse 1 to 3. And I'm gonna read the NLT. It says, don't envy evil people or desire their company, for their hearts plot violence, and their words always stir up trouble. A house is built by wisdom and becomes strong through good sense. Right? For me, personally, this is even more why brothers and sisters should always be around like-minded people that's in the street. Right now, in this time, you want to be around somebody that's talking about thus saith the Lord, man. A brother hit me up, he said, man, I gotta walk away from the things of this world. And it's, man, you actually freaking right. We have to walk away in order to work ourselves to be worthy to Yahweh Shemel Shai. I'm about to get that. Second Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 15 in the G&T. Real quick. What it say? It say, do your best to win full approval in God's sight as a worker who is not ashamed of his work and one who correctly teaches the message of God's truth. Right? We have to win the full approval by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Brothers should really be working hard to be worthy enough to get beamed. Brothers can talk about 144 all day and 1/3. You got to really work on your faith. Especially if brothers is on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and if you coming out trying to speak thus saith the Lord, you must have a teaching spirit on you. So you gotta watch yourself. Let alone you trying to teach. That means you gotta constantly do it. You don't, oh, let me teach this day. Let me do that, man. The Lord is watching every man. The Lord is searching every heart. And if you come into your heart, oh yeah, I gotta get a lesson. I gotta get a lesson, but I don't want to go outside and teach. You know what? I don't want to do a sit down. I just want to do like a 2-minute video. The Lord watching that. You know what I'm saying? He can't play around with his ministry. The Lord probably gave you that talent. You could probably be a good teacher in the eyes of the Lord. And that's why he put that spirit on you. Some people don't have the spirit to say nothing. They not teaching at all. The Lord did that. But if the Lord is making you understand these precepts and you ready to give everybody an answer, pick up your damn Bible and teach this word. It's not time for us to be dwelling around wickedness, man. Unless you got your learns girded. Me, when I try to go around people that's not in this ministry, I'm trying to be that light. Lord, but and every time I'm around, I'm like, man, I hope somebody asks me a question. I hope, and I do this all the time. I hope somebody do. I'm either wearing fringes. If I'm not wearing my garment, I'm not wearing fringes all the damn time. I'm not. Because when I see it in scriptures, I see it say a garment. A shirt is not a garment. But for me, sometimes I still rock my fringes, right? Because it don't say that I shouldn't or I should. It don't say that you can't put it on a t-shirt, and it's still gonna mean the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it helps because some way it's gonna pull somebody to, oh, yo, he wearing fringes. Oh, he must be a Hebrew Israelite. Or my glow, my presence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let your presence be known in the face of your enemies. You know what I'm saying? This is Job 24, verse 4. So like, Job 24, verse 4. And it reads, they turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Man, the NLT, the poor are pushed off the path. The needy must hide together for safety, right? And how are the needy pushed off the path? By distractions, by these other religions, man, by the philosophies and the customs of this beast, right? That's how we're pushed off the path. Brothers might lose faith that they ain't got finance. Next thing you know, this charagma gonna come, and guess what? Brothers is gonna have to move off the pure faith. Like I don't like. What is you gonna do right now if they did a digital currency? I have money on a credit card, but you see in certain articles they say a digital currency is taken away from the card, cash, and checks. So digital currency is beyond a credit card. It's beyond a freaking piece of paper or a check. And a lot of us is not prepared for that right now. Financially, we're not prepared, and they're gonna push you out of your way. And guess what? You're gonna have to, a lot of us is gonna have to observe. We're gonna have to really, you're gonna have to think before you act, right? We're gonna go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 14. Right? And it reads in the KJV, it says, I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. When it say put to it, mean added to it. Just like when the Lord said you can't add or take away. And it says, and God doeth it, that man should fear before him. That's why in the book of Acts 5:29, man, we should obey Yahweh rather than men. Let alone we should be fearing the Lord with our whole spirit, mind, body, right? You should be fearing the whole Lord in the whole integrity, right? More than we should fear men. In the NLT, Ecclesiastes 3:14, and I know that whatsoever God does is final, right? Look at what the three holy children said, man. Righteous, true is your judgment, Lord. Right? Whatever the Lord do is final. He put you in 14 captivities. It happened. It's final. Right? Curses is on the men and the women of Israel. It's final. Women, a lot of women in this world, the fathers, when they do what they do, and kids is born. A lot of women is birthing monstrous children. It's final. The Lord did that. Right? And watch, we're going to see the hopeful elect get beamed up, right? We're going to see the strangeness of their salvation. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2, right? It's going to be final, 1/3 in 144,000, man. It says nothing can be added to it or taken from it. God's purpose is that people should fear him. Yahweh's purpose. When a lot of people say, oh man, what is my purpose? I used to always say, man, what is my purpose? What should I be doing? My purpose is to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? I shouldn't fear that the dollar is going to collapse. Me right now, if I have to really try to erase all the things that I know and just imagine me hearing this now, then going into scriptures like, yo, this got to be a prophecy is about to, that charagma in Revelations 13, I believe is so physical, man. And you see your favorite teacher saying it's spiritual. Just because the Lord might be doing something in Ezekiel 9 that could be spiritual, people want to think that Esau is going to do a mark that's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Let's go to the next precept, right? We're going to go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. 7 and 12. And it reads, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, because the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Come on. They both is a good defense, but wisdom give you life, right? We're reading the NLT. Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. Wisdom and money can get you almost anything, which is very true, right? But only wisdom can save your life. Wisdom can save your life. Money can't. Now, some people might think, oh, uh, hey, if I take this mark because I'm rich, this is gonna, a lot of rich people gonna take that charagma, right? You got Oprah that believe if she can pay her way into heaven. It don't work like that. The Lord not dealing with man-made money, right? Maybe when the kingdom, when we're in rulership, things is gonna be different. But the Lord don't give a damn about the rulers of this world, right? Shalom, shalom, King. Yeah, my Sabbath is actually on Tuesday sundown, Wednesday sundown. I do the lunar, but whoever is doing the Sabbath, hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? So let's go to Zephaniah, man. The dollar is going to collapse, man. Nigeria is making people, you can only spend up to 45, you can only get $45 per day, right? Let alone you got other people not accepting the dollar, right? This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14 to 15. Then I'll drop down to 18. It says, the great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, right? And this is what a lot of men and women of Israel, especially if you believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, you should be having it on your mind. The great day of Yahweh is near. Your forefathers thought the great day of Yahweh is near, right? Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath. Salaki. A day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, right? And of course, I have brought this out even on TikTok because the day of the Lord is an exciting thing, man. All these kingdoms is finished, it's no more, right? And that's the day you want to wait for. That's the day you want to be patiently waiting for. But while you waiting patiently, you want to gird yourself up spiritually, mentally, and physically. Gird up yourself unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. Dropping down to verse 18, it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. And that's for Oprah. That's for any simple-minded nigga thinking that gold and silver is going to save you on the day of the Lord, man. That's why when we talk about cashless society, you should be scared because this money thing is about to change. And it's a reason because it's ushering in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's ushering in the mark of the beast. It's ushering in the famine of the word. When that mark of the beast come, famine of the word, Jacob trouble, and all the other things, you got to think the mark of the beast have to come before that. How Jacob trouble going to come before the mark of the beast? We're all in chaos. Who the hell going to trust the damn government? No, the mark of the beast is going to bring in the chaos. Then the famine of the word. Let alone that's already ushering now, because when you go to Israel, you can't even speak of the name of Jesus Christ. Utah, which I usually say Utah, they're Utah in Utah's school district, they're trying to ban the Bible because you got women saying it's inappropriate and pornographic stuff in the Bible, right? You got other people saying that the Bible is basically degrading the LGB alphabet 123 Sesame Street. Nobody gives a damn. The Bible is true. You niggas contradicted because you don't accept thus saith the Lord. I'm gonna read it again. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Yo, it's gonna be horrifying, man. Yo, the Lord, it's gonna be a spirit. When all those news come, the Lord he just tapped them. It's time to go. It's time. Press the button. It's time. Your adversary's gonna press that button, man. And you already got China and Russia. They can't wait. You want to know why? They can't wait. The nations hate it. They hate getting drunk by the philosophies of America. Don't you know the dollar? The United States, every other place got their own dollar. But if America dollar collapse, all the dollars collapse. That's why you hear about the US dollar. When the US dollar collapse, all dollar collapse. Man, you can't, man, these nations is going to destroy America by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You might not get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get it, hey, it's really nothing I can do. We're gonna go to Haggai, Haggai. I'm probably saying it wrong. Uh the prophet Haggai, chapter 2. Haggai, chapter 2, verse 6 to 9. Right? Let me make sure. Haggai, chapter 2, verse 6 to 9. Right? And I got in the KJV and the NLT just to make sure that y'all can really understand it. So Haggai chapter 2, verse 6 to 9 in the KJV. And it reads, "For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, yet once it is a little while, I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land. In a little while, right now we look at in a little while, the Lord will shake this place. You might not believe it, but like in Isaiah 29:6, the Lord been visiting this place. Thunderstorms, earthquakes, other different disasters, like unnatural disasters, man, especially big ass fires in Cali, freaking floods. That's all by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? It says, and I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith Yahweh of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith Yahweh of hosts. We're going to take all the riches that they stole from us. Because look, the real riches was in the east, man. All around that whole Africa area, but in Israel, it was riches. And brothers was moving way different back then than how they do now. The Lord taking everything, just let alone Esau is building, and the Lord is going to tear down this place. Let me see if I can get that. Hold on, y'all. Uh, uh, Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, and it reads, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation for forever." Now I already know who Edom is, but when the Lord tears down their kingdom, a lot of you simple-minded niggas in the other nations, they're gonna know, yeah, man, this is the damn devil that the Bible speak of. Edom is them people, right? The nation of Edom is bullies, man. And through the spirit, every man and woman should be praying on the downfall of this place. But let alone while you praying on the downfall of this place, you should be praying. You should be devouring. You should be building through the spirit and the scriptures. You should be sharpening your sword. Don't walk around. Hey, it's not everything I don't know. Guess what? Sometimes I go ask my brother Yarmayan a question. I might hit up one of the brothers from Great Millstone and ask them a question. Let alone I might sharpen my sword with other brothers that's not in the ministry, see where they angle at. Boom, 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 boom. You always want to sharpen your sword. Your sword ain't gonna ever get sharp if you ain't working with it and trying to get it sharp, right? And for me, I want to know these prophecies before they come, right? I want to know what the Lord is gonna do before He come. And guess what? I want to work on me. I want Him to see that I'm worthy enough that you could either put me in your 144 line or 1/3, regardless if, oh, I just want to do the work. No, I'm really trying to do the work so I could be counted worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1, 2, 3, right? It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, which even in the Babylon and Timbuktu, it shows you that a lot of Israel, especially when persecution was coming, a lot of Israel would flee to different places. But when you look at this, we're talking about Egypt now. You know, ain't nothing new under the sun. And if you understand what Ezekiel 20:2 says, you know, he took us out of the house of bondage, which is Egypt, right? So I'm going to read it again. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. A lot of people are going to seek comfort in America, man. Some people are gonna trust in their charagma. Some people are gonna trust, you know what? A cashless society will be good. They're gonna ban TikTok. Guess what? It's a lot of influencers that's on TikTok. Let alone uh uh social media is going to be cut off, right? Because if you don't get that physical mark, you won't be able to use, because the brothers say that's spiritual. If that's spiritual, then why are they promoting that? In order to use your social media, your bank account, and use this and use that, you need this physical mark. That's not spiritual. You see, verse 2, it says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Right? The Lord is pleading with all flesh. Israel gonna even get touched. If you're not trying to get right in the eyes of the Lord, you're finished. Verse 3. And it reads, now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoppeth shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. Look, if you join in the army, military, navy, even if it's niggas that think they goon, man, after Lord, man, and you got celebrities. Oh, man, I'm with you. Whatever you want to do. Hey, let's build bunkers. Guess what? You all are going to be finished. Yo, especially Jake, man, Israel, anybody that's going against Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna be consumed by that fire and brimstone. Let alone you gonna get touched by a damn nuke. You gonna get touched, right? We're gonna go to chapter 30, verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. And he's talking about, just like when you go to Psalms 147, which I'm gonna actually go to, who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? The ones that he gave the law to. Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20, it says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. So when he's over here saying rebellious, let's go back to it. Isaiah 30, right? Verse 9. And I'm going to read verse 10. That this is rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. And a lot of people want us to speak of flattering things in their ears. They don't want us to speak about prophecies and destruction. You got other nations, especially like Dr. Brown. You're talking about Jesus is gonna come about destroying nations and captivity. That doesn't sound like Jesus. What the hell you think Jesus? You think he gonna come on a carpet like Aladdin? You out your nigga mind, right? Esau want to feel good because he don't want what's gonna come. But guess what? All praises to the Lord. When that actually come, y'all gonna really know who the hell y'all is, man. Right? Y'all gonna taste the rainbow. And any family member that thought you was crazy, man, the Bible gonna have the last. Yo, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna have the last laugh, man. The Bible is our blueprint to let us know what's going to come, what the Lord has in store, right? What's going to happen to you, the end all be all, right? That's what the Bible do. Niggas not praising the Bible. Niggas is praising Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai put these words in the Bible. And I'm gonna show you that too. This is Psalms 51 verse 11 first. It says, "Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me." Every man and woman shall always be thinking this every day. Cast not thy presence from me. Take not thy Holy Spirit from me. You got to think of Saul. 1 Samuel 16 and 14. You got to always call on the name of the Lord that he don't take his presence from you or that spirit from you. You want to always be in his meditating his scriptures, right? To the best of your ability. I'm about to go to second Ezra's. See, this drink is gonna act mad funny, so I guess I'm gonna have to read it in this way. I didn't want to because my app acting funny. I can't get the KJV one, so I'm gonna read it in the GNT. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1 and 2. It says, Yahweh says, "Proclaim to my people the prophetic messages, and I will give." And Salaki. Yahweh says, "Proclaim to my people the prophetic messages that I will give you, and then have them written down, because they are true and will be faithful." Right? Now, let me actually go to I'm going to go to the KJV because I want you to see that it says on paper. Right? Second Ezra's 15. Right? In the KJV. Chapter 1, verse 2, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people." Who is the Lord people? The 12 tribes of Israel, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. "The words of prophecy," right? And prophecy is to basically predict, right? "Which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh," right? The Lord put this in our forefathers. Everything has to have a beginning. Since that beginning came, the Lord had these things written down. Now we're prophesying what they were prophesying back then, but we're in the end times. We get to see it in full effect. It says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." If you go get the Times book, the Rose Time book in chart, you'll find out that back then we were using stone, animal skin, papyrus, clay. We were writing scriptures. You had scribes writing on all these objects. And then later on, the Lord had them written on paper. So the Bible is true, right? Because it's just the rewritten of everything that's said. And of course, it's translated, right? But we're living in a place that's full of drunks, spiritual drunks, right? And I'm Lord willing, end it with this precept. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Jeremiah, let me get it. Chapter 51, verse 7. And it reads, "Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad." Right? And America is symbolic to Babylon because you got to think America took all the ideologies of Babylon. It reflects on Babylon, right? Let alone it reflects on Egypt, and it reflects on a spiritual Sodom in Egypt. And that goes into homosexuality. America promotes homosexuality. I just did a video yesterday. They had in North Carolina, they had transgenders twerking on a 16-year-old girl, or I think younger. Let alone they having story time with transgenders, right? The Lord don't condone in that shit, but America just constantly mocking the Lord. They're the ones that the forefathers, their forefathers, the ones that conquered America, stole this land, their forefathers in Europe, all of them that tried to do the Renaissance after the black age, they created a fake Jesus Christ, which his real name is Hamashiach Yahushai, right? And his real name is Caesar Borgia. And you can go find it out. Go find out the Borgia family, right? And they did the biggest blasphemy that anybody can do. Change the name, change the image of the Lord. right? Let alone, and then called him a sweet tooth bandit name. This place is filled with drunkards, let alone it got everybody else drunk because uh, Jesus Christ had to get preached and spread four corners of the earth. Then they got the statue in Brazil and they get electrocuted all the damn time. That's not my savior. My savior is Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Better get it right. You know what I'm saying? But we was all ignorant to not knowing the knowledge, let alone we didn't go seek the knowledge. Now, right now is the biggest time you want to seek the knowledge, regardless if you don't agree with it or if you do. This is the time to double up, and this is the time to open up your mouth. You got to get your family, your friends tired of hearing the word because the word is not going to go unavoid, right? This word is valid, and the Lord sends it wherever He sends it. You know, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I got another one. I have to get this. I said this was the last one, but I think it's Luke. Yeah, it's Luke. Luke chapter 2, verse 1 to 3. It says, "And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor over Syria, and all went to be taxed, every one into his own city." Now, I brought this out to show you when this digital currency come, people are going to be taxed way different than they is now, right? Let alone if you owe something, oh, they taking it. That's like back then. Yo, back then, especially in the Roman time, they did not play about you being taxed. When you owe something, they was coming to collect. And if you didn't collect, they was taking your daughter or your wife. Some people was probably used for a sex slave, right? The Lord is tired of this fucking place, right? And He's tired of you stiff necked niggas not giving a damn, man. That's why I believe, man, we gotta work hard on our faith. Work hard to make sure we worthy for Yahweh Shema Shai. You might have somebody that's not really doing any teaching, doing lessons, but they might have more faith than somebody that is teaching His word. Some people that's really got faith in the Lord, they're gonna get beamed up. So as a man and a woman, if you believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, work on your faith. Especially if you're a man and you got that ability to speak, work on bringing out the ministry of Yahweh Shema Shai. You should be prophesying. If nobody hearing you, prophesy to the wind. The Lord is going to bring that to where I don't care if it's one person viewing your video, 2, 3, 5. The word has to go out, man. Yo, He said until the word is spread four corners of the earth. He said when the word is spread four corners of the earth, then that would be the end. We're here, but we're not here yet. That word got to go out. And the more of these prophecies, the more you're talking about cashless, yo, it's even the church is speaking about it. The church has bits and pieces of the scriptures, bits and pieces. They don't got the whole thing, but they got bits. People be like, oh, how can you say it's the mark and the church is saying it's a mark? Look, the church got bit and pieces of the ministry, bit and pieces. They still need to be taken away from Christianity and really understand the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Let alone you got other camps out here that got bits and pieces, just like the church. They got bits and pieces of the doctrine. Let alone they still got to study to prove they damn self. But you know what? How Israel is? They freaking stubborn and they think they got it all. I don't got it all. I still have to go search these things. Let alone I could see it and I'm like, I get it, but I don't. You know what? Yo, how do you see this? Closed mouth don't get fed. Get your ass up and go ask questions so you can get them answered. It's a dude on book right now. I had to unfriend his ass because this man gonna use Isaiah 8 and 20, and I use the NLT one. That anybody that contradict the word is in the dark. This man gonna say, guess what? Yahweh Shai contradict himself in the New Testament. He contradicts the Torah. So Isaiah 8 and 20 is really against him. Oh, you don't believe in Yahweh Shai, let alone you don't believe in the 12 tribes church. Hey, that's cool. Guess what? This is not for you. Delete. I deleted them quick. I'm not about to keep going back and forth with a shabba dabba ding dong because not everybody gonna get it. Look, I'm gonna give you 4 scriptures. If we can have a peace dialogue, I don't need to hear somebody that says some fooful. I'm gonna hear it, but I already heard people that don't believe in Yahweh. I already heard people that don't believe in the 12 tribe. I'm here for people that want to hear the word. If a man has a question, I'm here to give the answer. The Lord is not dealing with somebody that's prideful. And I'm gonna bring this one out. I said this was the last one. You see, when you get into these scriptures, you be ready. Dang, what was it? 36. Job chapter 36, verse 11. It says, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity, in their years in pleasures. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. Right? Shoot, I want to obey him so I can live my days in prosperity and years in pleasures. That's the kingdom to come. Ooh, wait. But if I don't obey the Lord, as in we, Israel, we don't obey the Lord, we shall perish by the sword. What is that sword? The destruction, the thermal nukes and the lasers from the Lord's vehicles, which I believe is the chariots, man. You might not, but I believe the chariots is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? You better step your game up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna perish by the destruction that the Lord put a spirit on our enemies to create these nuclear weapons. That's how the Lord wanted to destroy America, let alone destroy other kingdoms. And they shall die without knowledge. I don't want to die without knowledge. Some people gonna die with the incorrect doctrine because they were so full of pride. Pride would get a nigga killed, right? But Lord willing, I was edifying, man. I ain't trying to hold y'all too long. Like the title says, man, start saying goodbye to the dollar. Your riches do not matter. I don't give a damn if you a thug and you hustling. Oh, Gabar, he teach. Oh, my brother, he teach. My cousin, he teach. But that teaching don't pay the bills. Nigga, I don't care. I got money in the pocket, but I'm not like y'all no more. I'm not a man that's in these streets. I gotta hustle this way. I'm staying in this lane and I'm preparing for the coming of the Lord. What you doing? You preparing for a bag? You preparing for a damn trip? You niggas, man, that's why I don't want to be around. Like the brother said, man, and I'm gonna repeat what that brother said, man. Like it say in the scriptures, you gotta hate your mother, your father, your sister, your cousin more than you gotta hate them in order to follow the Lord and be his disciple. And what he mean is to love less. That brother said, them 2/3, man, fuck your dad, fuck your mom, your great grandma, your uncle, F all of them. If you ain't taking the Lord serious, don't look my way, man. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. There's a lot of people that might love you so dearly and they not in this ministry. I love you too. I love you too. But if I know I'm gonna be vexed and then I just want to like trying to lead you in the right way, I gotta get the blood off my hands. Just because you don't want to hear it, I gotta tell you. And at the end of the day, after I tell you you don't want to hear it, guess what? I'm not coming around again because you're gonna do something else. Man, I've been around family, friends that by accident say Assalamu alaikum. You know damn well I don't say Assalamu alaikum. I do this every time and tell you we don't say that. Say Shalom, just say Shalom. And y'all still be ignorant. I'm not about to be around ignorant people, man. That would be ignorator. That'd be ignoraneous to be around ignorant people, man. But with that, it's your brother Dagabar with another one. Called Law Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bashim Kakadash. Yahweh is the most high God, and Yahweh Shai is to the world any cause. Jesus the Christ. Death to America, death to Esau. Not on my time, not on their time, but his time. He never early, never late. He is always on time. If I could do it, you could do it. If you could do it, I damn sure can do it. Step your game up, because it's almost finito. Mosanita. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. It's over. Finito. Man, y'all bugging. Shalom.